Good evening, everyone. It's me, Jordan Thomas, reporting to you live from Linden, New Jersey. This section of the video will talk about the Mets and them winning their first game of the series against the Atlanta Braves in Atlanta. This was a great win because this is their second straight win. Now, granted, it's early in the year, but after winning 2 out of 3 in Cincinnati and winning their first series of the year, it was nice to get our first win against Atlanta, that 4-game series, because Atlanta has been a team that's given us hell over the years, especially in that ballpark in Atlanta called Truist Park. So it was nice to win the first game of the 4-game series. Hopefully it sets the tone and it gives us some confidence going forward. It wasn't. It was a rocky beginning as Teheran made his debut for the New York Mets, but he gave up 4 runs in 2 and a third inning, and we was down 4-0. And it was good to see the Mets come back how they did, with Marte getting a base hit to give us our first run, and then Brandon Nimmo had a pair of home runs today. He hit a 3-run home run to tie it, and then secondly he hit a solo home run to give the Mets the lead. Then the Braves, like always, comes back, and the bullpen was key in this game too, because after Tehran only gave us 2 2/3, gave up 4 runs. The bullpen only gave up 3 runs. They went 5 2/3. They kept the Mets in the game before the offense could spark. And DJ Stewart home run was huge because he was 0 for 12 coming into that at bat, and he hit a big 2-run home run to center in the 8th inning. That was very important because it finally gave the Mets the lead. And then and then Nimmo had a big night. He was 4 for 4, knocked in a couple runs, added another base hit in the 8th, and the Mets bullpen did just enough to hold on. The Braves kept punching back, but the Mets bullpen was able to keep them off and get the big outs whenever they need to. Jorge Lopez got the save. It wasn't easy, but he got the save eventually. At first I was questioning why Diaz wasn't in there for that save, but George Lopez somehow wiggled his way out of trouble and he gave us a much-needed save. So now the Mets are 4-6 on the young season after starting 0-5. So the Mets have lost 4 of their last 5, and they're showing some grit, which is great to see as a Mets fan, because the first 5 games didn't look good for the Mets, especially at home. They look dead. So it's good to see how the Mets so far are 3-1 on this 7-game road trip. If they could win at least 1 or 2 more games in Atlanta, I would take 4-3. If we could finish the road trip 4-3 or 5-2, that's a successful trip, and you can't ask for much more. Tomorrow would be a huge performance. If Katana pitches tomorrow, I think the Mets have a chance to win tomorrow as well, and the offense could do decent. I think the Mets could win at least their second game tomorrow, but this won't be an easy series. Obviously, Atlanta will punch back, so we have to be ready to fight the whole series. Got to be ready to punch back too. Nothing will be handed to us, but this is a good positive step in a direction to exercise some demons in Atlanta, because that team has been beating us. Last year, they beat us 10 out of the 13 games, so it was just good to start off on a good foot against them. And hopefully the Mets just keep up the good work. But anyway, I just want to say thanks everyone for listening. I'm Jordan Thomas saying have a good night, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your week, and let's go Mets!